welcome back to Inktoberfest. So today is one of those popular requested videos, and I thought it fit really well with our subject all about ink, and that's about how to refill an ink pad. Now, I've done before about how to do like custom distress ink pads and those kinds of things, but I've never done just how to refill an ink pad. It's pretty much the same process, but I'm going to go through it, and what I thought you can do is just make notes on your tag as you go, and I'll fill mine in after. Anyway, here is my Amalgam ink pad, and you know it's well loved, and it really does need a re-ink. So how do I do that? So I bought the Amalgam Reinker here from Gina. Again, links will be in the description for you. And all we do is take that here and give it a squeeze. And this is how I was taught. Now, there are many schools of thought. I was taught this at a class one day, and kind of just want to go across it like this. Now, ink is a suspended medium from a chemical perspective. So what I was always told was to force the ink into the ink pad. Now, there will be some people out there who say you don't do this, but it's always worked for me. I've always then got really good results afterwards. You can take something like the edge of a ruler. I suggest a plastic one, not a metal one, because I have then cut some ink pads with metal ones. You can use, that's why I had this out to say don't use metal ones. You can use the edge of like a credit card or a gift card, like I keep my old Starbucks gift cards. They work really well. And then all you do is kind of like smush the ink in a little bit. So just give it like a nice smush. And I like to go one way, and then I go back, and I go the other way. And try not to get too inky throughout this. And then, kind of because I'm not sure. Sometimes I end up with a lot of ink on my ruler. If I don't have a lot of ink left, I might add a bit more, just because I've seen when they make ink pads, I've seen that process, I've seen how much ink they put on, so I might go back and add a bit more. You don't want it to be totally oversaturated, so if mine ends up really dry looking like that, I would just do a second pass, because I also know how well loved my Amalgam pad is. And if you ever do get the chance to go and see them make ink pads, do it, because you'll be amazed how much ink goes into an ink pad. Okay. So this one now looks pretty healthy and juicy. Now the next thing is don't use it right away. That was the other thing I was told, is once you re-ink it, you don't want to use it right away. You want to leave it 20 minutes to half an hour was the guidance I was always given. So I'm going to write out those steps. So one is, I'm going to do like a little zigzag, but squiggle ink. I'm going to say generously, because you shouldn't need to re-ink your ink pads very often. I've had this ink pad probably a year, well, maybe not quite a year, maybe like 9 months. So squiggle ink generously. Okay, let dry in 30 to 60 seconds, which is roughly what I was doing when I was talking to you. And then 3 is scrape across. And then I'm going to put plastic, ruler, or gift card. I'm going to go that way. Then I'm going to go that way, and then I like to do that way, and then that way. I mean, you could do it, you know, any of those, but like that's kind of thing. And then you see, like, I have a nice kind of covering now on my ruler. That's good. I'm going to wipe it on my apron. You could wipe it on kitchen towel or whatever, but that's what my apron's for. But when you saw before it looked really dry, that wasn't good. That meant my ink. So then 4 is check juiciness. Looking at scraper. 5, repeat if needed. And then 6, which I'm going to star because it's really important, is leave 25 to 30 mins. Okay, so 2019, day 15, I think is what we're on. I'm just going to double check. Yes. is how to re-ink an ink pad. Which is one of those things that people always ask me. And the thing is, it's kind of silly because I don't necessarily always think that that's a really good video. I'm like, well, of course people know. And then it's like, well, how would they know if we haven't taught them? And at some point I was taught, it was in a class I was at, an event, a convention. And I'm like, well, actually, yeah, I was taught at some point. So I think we all kind of have to think about those basic videos. So if there's a video you'd like to see, let us know. Check out the blog post, of course, as well. Check out all those Inktoberfest coupon codes. Hit the subscribe button, like. Tomorrow we also have a super fun video for you. Again, just one of those tips I think we often overlook as well. So leave me a comment with your favorite one so far. We are halfway through. It's the 15th. We only got till the 31st. So I guess this kind of makes it hump day for Inktoberfest. Super exciting, hey? So I will join you again tomorrow. Check that video out as well. If you want to try out Amalgam ink, if you haven't got it already, you can check it out. It comes in our craft challenge box. You can go to thecraftchallenge.com and check it out. It's included in the box. We give you an ink cube and a ton of alcohol markers and 14 days worth of tuition and all sorts of other goodies as well. Huge value, and we'll be rerunning it really, really soon. So go check that out as well, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Happy crafting, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you then. Bye.